Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and welcome once again to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for all your simulation news and insights from the week that was. Alrighty, so we're going to start this week with a bit of an apology to the guys over at Orbix. So in my episode last week, there was a really important piece of news that I totally forgot. I messed up. I'm sorry. Thank you to my viewers who pointed it out to me after I'd uploaded it. Yeah, I'm really sorry. And really sorry to the guys at Orbix. You guys do amazing work. Yeah, so the guys at Orbix released their latest aircraft. It is the Victor Air Tourer. So the Victor Air Tourer is a little sort of kind of home-built sort of aircraft. It was dates back to the 50s. It does. It was designed by Henry Miller as part of a competition by the Royal Australian Aero Club in the early 50s to actually have a small, all-metal aircraft that can be used for cross-country cruising and sort of, a bit of light work around and a bit of touring around and enjoying the beautiful sights from the air. But it also has the it is also fully aerobatic capable as well. So, the guys over at Orbix have done an amazing job reproducing this aircraft in tremendous, incredible detail, extremely high detailed VC, along with absolutely incredible external models, and everything that you just expect from Orbix. You really do. It's an amazing, iconic Australian aircraft. Really, just it is absolutely incredible watching the videos of this one. Have a check out of some of the screenshots over at fullterrain.com and check out the guys, some of the videos on YouTube. Michael J was the creator of the video that you're watching here for this one. So yeah, definitely take a look at it. When combined with the Orbix scenery, the Orbix Australia scenery, it is absolutely an incredible sight. It really is. So, alright. Again, sorry guys for getting that one, my bad. But yes, I wanted to make a special mention for that one. Yeah, and thank you very much to my viewers for actually pointing that one out to me. So thank you for your continued watching and feedback of this one. Thank you very much. Alright, so that's the follow-on from last week wrapped up. Now let's look at the week that was. So, the week that was, we saw a couple of new releases coming through. So we saw the wonderful guys over at MilViz, so Military Visualizations. They've released their latest helicopter release. So they've released the MD530F. So the MD530F is coming out, which is basically a little bit on Hughes 500 extension series from that. It's got a nice, neat, sort of bubble locust sort of looking thing. Pretty cool little model there. It comes in a variety of packages. You can put all sorts of add-ons and things as well from your base pack. Interestingly enough, MilViz have gone for a very dynamic range of releases for this one. So you can choose which simulator you want, whether you want to have FSX or P3D version 2.0 compatible. You can choose whether you want upgraded avionics packs that you can use sort of third-party gauges in and stuff like that, like some of the ones from Flight 1. It also gives you some updates in 3D modeling as well, like an upgrade package that it gives you some of the more military slash government sort of search and rescue kind of sensors. So you get you can have your FLIR, so your forward-looking infrared. You can have your night sun, the spotlight add-on. You can have cargo pods. You can have inflatable pontoons on your skids, so you can be taking off and landing on water. Those are all these little odds and ends are available for upgrades as sort of, it's almost like microtransaction DLC, really, isn't it? So that is an option available for you, or you can choose to go the whole hog and actually go in straight for the all-encompassing everything pack that gives you all of the things that you've ever wanted. So yeah, it's got a pretty cool things. The guys at MilViz always do some pretty amazing work, so yeah, it is definitely worth looking at for that one. Cool. All right, now Moving on. What else? Well, it's another release of Frantic Palm Trees this week as well. So the guys over at Nemeth Designs, who are very, very famous for their work on various different rotorcraft throughout history for FS9 and now into FSX as well. So they have released the the latest version of their MBB Kawasaki BK117B2 model. So this is one that is used extensively all around the world for emergency services. It's including actually the liveries that are include a mountain rescue German air ambulance as well as a Westpac rescue chopper from here in Australia. So it's pretty cool. You've got the a usual amazing detail that you do that we have all come to expect from Nemeth Design products. One thing I do know is Nemeth Design does often have issues with multiplayer sort of packet rates. I'd love to get some feedback and hear from anybody who has this new BK117 and what it's like on your packets and on your frames when you are in a multiplayer session. Would really, really love to actually hear your feedback on that one. That would be very, very interesting. But yeah, as I said, it's a very neat little model. It's got your full sort of, visuals that you usually get, your shadows, your bump maps, boom, all that kind of fun stuff. You got your custom 3D gauges, all the fun stuff, and just an amazing external model as well. Again, bit of things that interest me, it does also come with a paint kit, which is kind of cool as well. Something that I'm really pleased to see most developers now releasing the full PSD paint kits to go with their aircraft now, which is very, very nice. A hint for Carinado and some of the other ones, maybe look at re-releasing your paint kits as more than just a single layer BMP next time, please. That would be really nice. So just asking. Anyway, so yeah, that's that one there. In other update news, we've got, of course, the guys over at Orbix have released their latest libraries as well. So don't forget, if you are a user of Orbix scenery and Orbix stuff, whether it be the freeware or the payware, make sure you do grab the latest copy of the Orbix libraries and install those to make sure you've got the best performance possible running for all of your glorious, beautiful, beautiful add-ons. So, there you go. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the... It's like the dead moose that's in the middle of the room. So we heard back middle of the year, back in June, that Microsoft had entered into a licensing agreement with Dovetail Games to bring FSX to the digital distribution platform Steam, since their Games for Windows Live marketplace had been pulled offline. Dovetail had accepted that and sort of partnered with Microsoft to actually be able to deliver that to Steam. What we had this week just gone is the fact that we now have we have an apparently confirmed release date. So Dovetail Games released a press release, which I'll give a link to as well in the description down below, indicating that their plan is to release the Microsoft Flight Simulator X Steam Edition on December 18th European time. So less than a week away, so it's going to be something that's really going to be a lot of people are sort of holding their breath and waiting to see what's going to happen. They've hinted that it's going to be an amazing price point, because they've said that it will launch on December 18 at a spectacular introductory price that's come directly from the press release. Now, what are my thoughts? Well, okay, first thought is this. It's been announced 6 months ago, 6-7 months ago, that it was coming to Steam, and looks like we are going to see it, which is of course always a great thing to actually see the thing that we've been promised. And it's going to be really good to see that, and it's also going to be really amazing to actually be able to reinvigorate it and actually have some of those bug fixes and stuff that a lot of the community's been waiting for a really long time. So I think that can be a great positive. We're going to be exposing a whole new audience to the joys that we FSX flyers enjoy on a daily basis as we muck around in virtual simulated skies. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting time. I will, however, say, and look, okay, you've known any people who've been watching my this little NovaWrap for some time will know that I've really been pushing and preaching to to the guys over at Dovetail and actually saying, look, explain your biggest competition. They're on Steam. They've been on Steam now since July, so they've got a pretty big head start on you. But a lot of people have been hanging out for this, so great to see that you're bringing your product to market. Now to the flip side of that, I have no problem stating that I'm a little bit concerned. So there's already been reports that the guys over at Orbix don't know whether their products are going to be compatible with the new Steam edition or not. I mean, theoretically they should be, but it all depends on what Dovetail are going to be doing to the underlying code and how they're going to be updating it when it comes to Steam. PMDG, incidentally enough, have apparently been sending emails out. I've asked for some copies of this email. I'm yet to receive one, but apparently PMDG have been notifying their customers that their aircraft and their products will not be working with FSX Steam Edition. So it's going to be an interesting release week, and going to be interesting to see what works, what doesn't, things like that. Am I hopeful for this release? Yes, I am. I'm really hoping that they've spent the time, they've got all the bugs fixed, and we can enjoy introducing the joys of Flight Simulator to a new audience and a new generation. Have I got my concerns? Yes, I do. So Dovetail Games, they're a great bunch of guys, but their reputation is not the best. Am I concerned about what's going to happen with the Steam edition of FSX when it's being run by Dovetail? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. Am I expecting to see big changes? Probably not a huge amount. But I really, really hope and look forward to actually being able to, fire up Steam and get my FSX through Steam instead of having to, go through waves and waves of other things. What'll be really interesting to see is to see what add-ons will work and how they will work. Will they work? Will they not work? Will we have to do a complete reinstall of all the add-ons we've been using for years? Look, these are things that we don't know, and we're going to have to wait and find out. The only real piece of advice I'm going to give to Dovetail is that I'm going to go against what I've been saying for a few months. If it's ready to go, and if it's going to knock my socks off as a user of FSX already and going to make me want to race out and buy it, then absolutely, bring it on. This is going to be awesome. However, if it's not ready to go, if it still needs polish, if it still needs that, that finalization little bits to actually make sure it's up and running and working for all end users, you know what? I'm happy to wait for my Christmas present till a little bit later. I'm happy to wait and I'll pre-order it, but if it's the difference between getting an amazing product and a buggy as all hell product, would I rather wait an extra couple of weeks? Hell yes, I'd rather wait. And I really, really hope that the Dovetail get this right, and when they go to market, they're going to blow our minds away. Because we only have to look in the recent past at what happened to Microsoft Flight to know that we as a simulation community, we're a really fickle bunch. We really are. We really, really are. And I am just hopeful that this launch, should it go ahead next week on the 18th of December, I really hope they nail it, and I hope they get it right. I hope it's going to be everything that it's been sort of hyped up to be. I really, really do. Because if it's not going to end well for anyone. It's going to go horribly, horribly wrong. So, would I rather wait a little bit longer to make sure I get an amazing product? Abso-freaking-lutely. Would I like to have a Christmas? Oh yeah, I'd love to have a Christmas. But if it's going to be if I have to compromise and lose things that I really want and kind of expect after having played FSX for so long, yeah, you know what? I'm happy to wait if it's the difference between an amazing title and something that I'm going to regret spending money on. So, yeah. So overall, really looking forward to see what Dovetail do with it. Am I concerned? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. Am I hopeful? Damn straight I'm hopeful. I really think this is going to be what the flight simulation community need, but only if Dovetail get it right. If they get it wrong, then they will never be forgiven. I'm pretty damn certain of that. So, well, that's the epic news of the week. As I was just wrapping up again, that Microsoft Flight Simulator X Steam Edition, well, at this stage, according to Dovetail's press release, will be available from Steam for purchase and download as of the December the 18th. We still haven't had a release price as yet, but it does, as I said, it does have apparently is going to have a spectacular introductory price. So, there you go. Alright folks, well that wraps up the NovaWrap for this week. Thanks very much for tuning in as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe to continue to be kept up to date with all your latest aviation and simulation news from around the world. As always folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.